Abby got me feeling different.
Good evening, Nairobi. Hello to the world. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? It is the 254 Express, and we're here with you every Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm super duper duper excited because, you know, here on the 254 Express, Wednesdays, Hump Day, is extra special. Why? Because it's Women Takeover Wednesdays. And you know, I'm super excited for that. You know what I mean? And I have such lovely, lovely, lovely girls in this studio. I promised you guys in the morning, the girls who are coming today evening are superb. And me, I know. I can't let them down. Sindio. So let me start on my right. First of all, before I continue, I'm Tatanyax. Hey. I forgot to say I'm Tatanyax. But hey, I'm Tatanyax. And then on my right is the lovely...
Abigael Muthoka.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm a music producer.
Ooh. A who?
A music producer.
Just come closer to the microphone, please. I can't hear you properly.
My name is Abigael Muthoka,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a music producer. Yes.
There's something else you do. You're not an instrumentalist as well?
I'm an instrumentalist as
baby
well.
girl,
Thank
baby
you for
girl.
adding on
Let
to
me
the
tell you, please. Here, we don't even play. We don't play. We say who we are completely.
Okay, jokes aside.
So again.
Yes. So my name is Abigail Muthoka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a music producer and I'm also an instrumentalist.
I love it. I'm here for it. And then to your right is...
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm Wacuka.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I'm a musician. I play the piano.
Okay.
I also play guitar a little and I sing a little.
You
So,
okay?
yeah.
A little. Kidogo tu.
Yeah.
But me sijai kuona ukiplay piano. Mi nimekuona play guitar. So if you're playing the guitar, it can't just be a little.
I'm getting there.
Why are you playing down? You know, the first time I met this baby, let me tell you guys. The first time I met this babe was the golf tournament that we had as Radio 254.
Mm-hmm.
And she was part of our first ever Kenyan artist to come through for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she was accompanying Jerry. Am I right?
Yeah. It was a great event. It was so fun. It was so amazing. It was a wonderful experience for me.
For us too, man.
I loved it.
Like, as in, bro, now So this is what I want us to do. I want to find out what this journey of music has been for each one of you. And I want to start with you. Mm-hmm. You told people who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Yes.
So I want us to be able to understand what your musical journey was. Why is it you fell in love with music? At what point did you say, oh, wow, I love this music? Let us know.
For me, I've grown up in the Disney era of Camp Rock and High School Musical and whatnot. Those were all the popping shows when I was growing up. So I've grown up wanting to be a rock star.
Okay.
I fell in love with the guitar when I was as young as I can remember, maybe like 8. I think that's when I had my first like toy guitar and whatnot.
Right.
And instead from there, guitar. Then in church, I fell in love with the drums. I'd always want to sit next to the drummer. It was like he just looked like he'd have so much fun.
So much fun.
I said, I want to be a part of that. I wanna have that. Exactly. So I wanna have as much fun.
Right.
After that, it transitioned into bass in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I decided since we are mainly drummers and there's an instrument that no one is playing,
right,
let me be the one to figure it out.
Okay.
So
went into volunteer.
Bass. Yeah, so
like,
I went into
take
bass.
me, please.
Yeah, so I went into bass. Mm-hmm. Then, fun fact: 2020, COVID hit, and I was like, I have a digital audio workstation on my laptop. So why not try this music production thing? And here we are now. So essentially, what I've heard is you're self-taught. Wow. When I grow up, you know, I went for training for these Matu instruments. In the middle, I just quit. I was like, hey, ngumu sana. Kutoka ABRSM, sijui level 3, kwenda level 6. You're asking too much work. Yeah.
Too much work. But here you are saying that you're sitting here and you're self-taught. That's amazing. What about you, baby girl? Tell us, at what point did you find music as your muse and you're just like, this is it. This is what I want to just dive into. Let me just explore what it means to me.
Okay, so I started piano. I'd say I'm a pianist.
Okay.
So yes, I started playing piano when I was in around pre-unit.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those where my mom had always had a dream to be a musician.
Oh,
so she's kind of living vicariously through me.
Oh.
So yeah,
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Shout out, Mom.
Anyways, yeah. So both my parents actually, but yeah, my mom is the one who is more passionate about music.
Right.
So yes, I started classes. We got a teacher to come home. He was called Teacher Sam.
Hi, Teacher Sam.
Hi, Teacher Sam.
Wherever you are, we bless you.
Yeah, so, and his wife, Teacher Rose. Anyways.
And Teacher, hey, both of them are teachers.
Well, yeah.
Just like my parents, man.
Wow.
Hey, those kids are going to go through it. I can attest.
But yeah, so that's how I started. I used to have a teacher come over. So I started the basic, it's called prep test. You start, there's some books called G. Johnson, something.
Okay, okay.
There's some books, if you guys know them, well, kudos to you. But yeah.
Kudos to us. Kudos to us, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why I started, then did prep test, then I got into ABRSM. So I've done piano. Since then, I've continued with it. I probably only took a break in class 8, maybe.
Right.
But I've done my theory until grade 5 exams, then I've done practicals until grade 6.
Right.
So yes, then and I've been playing also in church. That's why I mostly play.
Hey, kanisa inatunganishanga, ndio. Ulisema church, akasema church. Kumbe church. Okay. There's something to be learned there. Experience.
Yeah. So I remember for my 16th birthday, my birthday present was my upright piano, the upright piano I have at home.
Oh, wow. Shout out to you folks, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
16th, eh?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yes. Then in around high school, I developed an interest for guitar. I'd always wanted, now that I'd been playing piano for so long, I was like, okay, I need to maybe learn another instrument.
Yeah, you need to diversify a bit. You just can't be a pianist.
Yeah.
That's not an accomplishment enough.
You
we need to diversify because as women, we just, if there's something else for us to do, we will do
Of course.
I'm here for it.
Agreed.
Of course. So yeah, I developed an interest for guitar. So again, now on my 18th, my parents gifted me the guitar because I didn't have a guitar, but they
also
like,
you
I
have
didn't know.
awesome parents.
I really do. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, I love you so much.
Wow. 16th piano, 18th guitar. Wow.
So, yeah, when I got the guitar, but then I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't even know how to tune a guitar.
Yeah.
I think I sent my best friend a video. I was just strumming the strings, and I'm like, just wait and see. Give me 3 months. Yeah. I'll be doing some kali things.
I am ready. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's how I started. Eventually, I learned how to tune a guitar. I did not even know guitars are tuned. And I had a guitar. I knew I owned a guitar. So I learned pole pole. My piano teacher, he's called Teacher Steve. He also does guitar.
Hey, you have so many teachers.
I do. And the fun fact is, I had a teacher called Teacher Sarah. And now as you can tell, I've had many teachers.
Clearly.
But yeah, Teacher Sarah and Teacher Steve, we share a birthday. The 3 of us share a birthday, 28th of June.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
28th of June.
Yeah.
Sawa. Shout out to you guys.
That's how I started guitar. So I taught myself, like I just asked him a few questions, but yeah, I've learned guitar. I'd say that I'm self-taught. So yes, that's been my journey with music so far. And I'm looking forward to so much more.
Okay, so also, this is very interesting. I have someone who's self-taught, and I have someone who has teacher. And you guys gel so differently in such beautiful ways. Now, the next question I have for you guys is, I've had artists, right, come and tell me how their creative process is. So they sit down, they hear a few chords on the guitar, they hear a beat, then they can write to it. But you guys, producer and instrumentalist heavily, you're more on the beat, on the symphony, on the melody, on the harmony, on the what is coming together. Is it coming together? Is it not? I want to hear your experience with just bringing all those together and making sure it sounds good for our ears as consumers. I'm just curious.
You want to start?
First of all, something about music as an instrumentalist, because we're both instrumentalists. I'd say that being an instrumentalist, you're kind of behind the scenes of the music people hear. So yeah, it's the way I listen to music is probably different from how someone just stand on the radio asubuhi anadai tu kusikiza mangoma.
Agreed.
Like, it's a bit different. So
Okay,
yes, as a musician,
And why is it different?
because you appreciate, like for example, let's say there's a 3-minute song, but as a musician you'd appreciate, I can hear drum, I can hear guitar, I can hear this and that.
Right.
So yes, you're able to appreciate all of that when you're listening to a song. So as for the creative process, for me personally, I just listen to a lot of songs, and I feel like listening to a lot of songs gives you a lot of experience. So yeah, you learn so much from listening, and yes, so that influences your taste and how you'd compose things, if any. So yeah.
Agreed. I think we pay attention to details a lot more. It's ooh, that riff was really, really nice. You know, things that other people wouldn't appreciate. We are so critical of the nitty-gritty details within the instrumental aspect of the song.
That's true.
Cindy, unlike the average consumer, for lack of a better word.
And I feel like that way it's like you appreciate it on a deeper level. So even when it comes to time of composing something, you've listened to so much and paid attention to so much, so it's wow. Like even me, when I'm doing my covers, the covers that I do, when I'm adding, because I'm like adding onto what they've done with my perspective of how, wow, like this is how I vibe to the song. So yeah, it's a very interesting process, but it develops with time. That's what I'd say.
Okay. Okay, you just can't completely agree, Blank. We need to also hear your perspective of why you agree with the same thing, you know?
I think now for me, with the producer aspect, now it's not just the instruments I play. It's, oh my gosh, the mixing is really, really good. I like how the drums hit. I like how the 808 disappears here and there. I like how it's like, you know that meme where someone is like looking into oblivion and there's like the math calculations and whatnot. That's how I feel when I listen to, like when I really, really listen to music, you know.
The Matrix,
I can't explain. It's, you can't, I can't
it's
explain.
A high.
It's, I can't explain. It's just, I can't explain, but it's like, I'm so critical of everything that's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
This is so interesting because, you know, majority of people do not appreciate what goes into the production of music.
True.
And they think just a song just, ooh, it appears and it's, wow, this is it. No, they don't think about the instrumentalists. They don't think about the people who are mixing and mastering. They don't think about the people who have to produce it. They don't think about the people who have to clean it. And like, there's a lot that actually goes into music production.
Agreed.
And now as we're speaking about music production, I'm curious. As instrumentalist and a producer, what is the difference between live performances and making a live performance be extraordinary, and the challenges and the similarities of it being a recorded performance? Or let's say studio recorded. So you come into the studio and you play your guitar and whatever, and it's there and it's live, as opposed to you have a crowd and it's live. What is the difference?
You want to go first? I can go.
Okay. Go first.
I think I'd say when it's live, there's a lot of room for your creativity to just flow without the opportunity to overthink things.
Okay.
Because I think the overthinking is such, like, let me speak personally.
Right.
I'm a massive overthinker.
Okay.
I'm like the biggest overthinker, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm so, no, it has to sound like this, it has to sound like that. And I'm so self-critical of every single thing I do. But I feel like, and that's on the, you know, when someone comes and records live without actually performing live. But you know, when it's performing live, that's it.
Right.
You've played and that's
That's
done.
it.
It's done.
You've given it your best.
Yes.
There's
it's
no for
done.
listening.
It's done.
I came through. I'm
You
ready.
accept it as it is.
Yeah.
Whatever you did, you have to accept it as it is. There's no other
option.
Yeah, there's no otherwise.
But okay, so why is it that if you enter a studio now, you're producing a work that you are playing the instruments and you're just arranging things and it's coming together? Why is it you're more self-critical? Is it because you repeat it in your mind over and over again? That's different from the live performance, or what's the thing?
It's not in front of an audience.
Okay.
So I would.
Okay.
How can I take this from 10% to 20%? How can I elevate it? But if I'm doing it live, it is what it is.
It is.
You know,
I
I can't take it further than that. Like how I've played it is how it will always be.
Right.
But when I'm alone and I'm in the studio and it's just, I have an opportunity to make it better.
Right.
Yes. So I think that's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? How are you feeling about that situation?
So live versus recorded, yeah?
Yes.
For live music, I'd say even as someone who enjoys listening to live bands, I really do. There's especially if the sound is right. Another issue sometimes is if the sound is not right.
Because
just
you're
like,
ooh. Because you're just like, what is that? What is that? What is that?
the drums are doing too much. There's like a guitar somewhere. But normally if everything is well coordinated, hearing that rawness and that, it's sort of like a vulnerability of, wow, this is happening right now. It's so fantastic. And when everything is blending together, coming together alive, it's such an amazing thing. But also the good thing with a recorded version, you see, in a live, the good thing with live things, okay, another thing is you can make a mistake. Even you've made a mistake,
of course.
Mistakes.
And life is all about mistakes.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing, but I guess now for a studio, you see, if you're recording something, you have take 1, take 2, take 3. Then you now so look through and see. Either you perfect or you look through and see, which one is the best one. So that's the good thing with studio things. But then again, sometimes studio things sometimes sound too refined. So I feel like it's very nice to find a balance.
She's ananigusa roho, man.
Snap.
Yeah, back to the rawness and almost like vulnerability.
The authenticity of that moment.
Exactly.
It's just like you're pulling in the energy, you're receiving the energy, they're receiving your energy.
There's such great beauty in that. So both of them, they each have their pros and cons.
Of course, definitely. So, and that's why it's important to be versatile as an artist.
That's true.
You should be able to check into the studio. You should be able to be live.
Can I add on to that actually?
Yeah, no, please.
I think one point she's brought up, apart from just the advantages of recording, like, in the studio and not live, is the overthinking actually, like, you want it to be the best thing you're putting outside there. I think that's something creatives struggle with, because you're always trying to think, okay, how can I make it better? I saw so and so doing it this way. How can I make it get to that level? So I think that overthinking is also toxic to some extent.
No, of course,
in the sense
you're not giving yourself the grace to create.
Exactly. Now you're criticizing your creative process to some extent. So
No, I definitely understand that. So I don't just speak here on the microphone. I double as a writer.
Wow.
And so that there are times when you're just writing, it's a proper piece. Like, it's a great piece. It's just that, like, the comma should be here instead of here. Like, there should be a semicolon. Like, you just get into your mind so much and you're like, wait, relax. You've written that thing. It's a beautiful thing. Share it. It's time. So I definitely understand coming into your head and just being like, okay, I can't do this anymore, or this is not as good as it should be, or setting expectations and standards that you really can't meet. But this is the thing, that I find so unique about this particular conversation. You generally have to collaborate with other artists and musicians. This is not even a choice. You're not a singer-songwriter instrumentalist. You're instrumentalist and producer. And yes, you can sing, and yes, you can write, but predominantly, you are all about the behind the scenes, making it sound better. What has it been collaborating with all the people that you've been collaborating with? Especially when you can see some things that they can't see with respect to the production side of it, or how an instrumentalist sings. Like, what is that experience for each one of you?
The few people, or many, soon to be very many people that have collaborated.
Amen.
This is the manifestation. Amen. I'm here for it.
Cheers to that.
Clink.
Clink. Wait. Clink.
So yes, what was the question? Or collaborating with people.
Yes, how that process is, how it's been for you, the ups, the downs, the challenges.
Okay,
what is that like?
A bit, when you start, like, for me personally, when I started as an instrumentalist, it's me, myself, and my keyboard. So everything, it's like you're the only one doing that thing. So now entering into the collaborative space, first of all, learning that we are not all the same.
Agreed.
I have this thought process. You have this thought process.
Agreed.
I have this. We have different preferences. So yes, it's a very interesting thing. It can be frustrating at times, but like, the more you get used to it, it's very interesting to see that you each have something to bring to the table, and it's such an amazing process. Like something I always say to my friend here, like, let's say a 3-minute song is released.
Yeah.
You don't know that song. Maybe guys were producing it for how many months?
Yeah, for sure.
You've all been going
It
back
might have
and
even
forth.
been 10 minutes.
Yes.
By the time it even cuts to that 3 minutes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. So by the time you're seeing something, a lot of people have come together, and it's so beautiful to be involved in that process. By the time you're hearing something that beautiful being released, it's an amazing thing. So yes, I'd say it's an amazing process. I don't know. I love it here. And I'm looking forward to so much more. So yeah.
As in, that's just so positive. I love that.
I love it here.
I love it here.
I love it here.
I love it exactly where
Yes.
I'm at. I'm
Exactly,
doing
yeah.
exactly what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
That's super duper beautiful. What about you,
Yes.
baby girl? What are you feeling?
I completely agree with her, and I think one of the first reality checks for me when I started collaborating was realizing what I'm going to. When we listen to the same thing, the ideas I'll have are not the ideas you'll have.
True.
Right.
Like, it's so interesting how we can all be hearing the same thing, but yet be having different ideas on how to add on to the same thing. You know, I think that's such a, and I don't think it's just in music alone, funny thing, in all creative aspects. My creativity and yours are not, we could never be the same.
That's why it's creativity,
Yes,
isn't it?
at the end
We're
of the day.
creating.
Exactly.
It has to have a special, unique touch.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And so for me, my experience has been with a lot of producers. I'd say I haven't collaborated that much with artists, but I'd like to give a major shout out to Vince.
Shout out to
Sitch.
Vince. Sitch.
He's really believed in me, and even what she talked about, you don't know how long a process has taken for you by the time you're hearing the song, you don't know how long it has taken for that song to actually come to fruition type thing.
Right.
And even the songs that we worked with him together on his album, we started talking like September, and look, the song has come out in March. So it's been a long time, a long period of back and forth. And another thing to add on, he's a creative as well. So I'll send him something and be like, hey, try this and this and that. And I'm like, but I didn't think of that. And you know, like, it's a good thing kind of thing. And I think as creatives, you really need to embrace working together with each other, because everyone has something they're bringing to the table. Like, even me and Wacuka, for instance, she has a lot of knowledge that I don't have.
Right.
And I also have knowledge that she doesn't have. But when we come together and work on something, everyone is bringing something to the table to collaborate. In fact, on that note, we need to do something.
Of course.
We need to do something. On that note, we
note.
really need to do
Soon and
something.
very soon.
Soon and very soon. We're going to be expecting something from Wacuka and Abigail.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
You can count on it.
I can count on it. I bet.
Bet.
See, the youngins say bet.
Bet.
Bet. No, for sure. But like, so this is my thing. When you choose a certain path, especially when it's against the grain, not only are you a woman, right? And you're in this century, and yes, we're empowered in this century, but the truth is, we choose different career paths. You know, you're not a doctor, engineer, architect, this, that, blah, blah, blah. So how was that process like? First of all, coming into the actualization of listen, me, I'm going against the grain. And if I'm going against the grain, I have to sit down with my folks and have this conversation and tell them, okay, so this is where my passion lies. And then you have to show them that this is where your passion lies and this is what I'm pursuing. So I want us to go through that and understand, when did you come and say, this is it? I have to go for it. I will talk to them. I am an African. I am a Kenyan. I'm going to do this. I am a woman. I'm just, you know what? It's my turn. I want to know.
So I'm actually an architecture student.
Ooh, there you go. It's all of us creatives that just leave. I studied law. So, yeah. We just go left.
But I actually really enjoy architecture.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm an architecture student who ends second year. I love it. I love it so much.
Wow.
So I'm at a point, like the way it is, I have two passions.
Okay.
I'm passionate about architecture and I'm passionate about music. As of now, there's none that I'm planning to leave. I've seen people like Nameless. Nameless
Nameless.
Is an architect.
He's a very good architect.
He's an architect,
and
and look at what he's achieved in music. Someone also, Emma Cheruto. She was actually in UN. She graduated maybe this year or last year, not sure, but yeah. There's also a friend of mine called Shiro.music on Instagram. She's called Victoria. She's in third year architecture.
Hey.
And she's also doing music. So
first of all, I love the fact that you're just naming babes.
Right?
Right? I'm just like, yes, you are on brand. Just, yes.
Yeah, so I've not reached the point where I feel like I need to
Either
leave
or.
any.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'll give both my all as much as I can.
Right.
So yes, because I'm not feeling like any of them is worth sacrificing at this point. Of course, music. Where am I leaving it? Where?
How now?
How now?
How could you disgrace us with
Therapy,
such a
please.
thing?
It's therapy.
How?
Unaweza tunyimaje talent yako, by the way.
After
Talanta
me to
yako,
bless.
yani, talanta yako imeletwa from the above. You cannot take it away from us.
Yeah,
please.
so yeah. But and also I really enjoy architecture. So
Right.
it's very challenging.
Right.
Very challenging.
I like that. Very
emphasis.
emphasizing. Yeah.
Please will crop this line, this 30 seconds and send to the lecturers. Just hey, no, not a second. But yeah, it's very challenging. But
Right.
and then a good thing you also talked about. You asked something about your parents and telling them.
Right, exactly.
Talking to
Explain
them
to
about
and,
your
and
interests.
saying, by the way, Miss Ifani is good. But you said you're starting with architecture, so they were okay.
So you see now, like how I got into music is through my parents. So they're very supportive for both.
Exactly.
And yeah, they're very supportive for both. So I'd say I'm not having that much of a hard time, except from architecture.
I may insist na your stuff.
It's hard, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be my answer to that question.
All right. What about you, Abigail? Tell us.
I think for me, I can say almost the same thing. My mom specifically, out of this world, I wouldn't trade this woman for anything. Like
Wow.
the amount
Hi,
of
Mom.
yes, she's
Hi,
watching.
Mommy.
Hi, mom.
That's beautiful.
So I can say my mom has been hands down my
Yeah.
number one support system.
Oh, that's
If
beautiful.
mom and for me, like during my like when I started like teenagehood and whatnot,
Right.
everywhere I put my foot in, my mom was there supporting me.
Oh.
So I'm so lucky and privileged to say that I didn't have to tell my parents. I didn't have to veer away from what my parents wanted me to do because she was already supportive of what I wanted to do from the get-go.
Right.
It's like, if this is what you are, even tomorrow if
We
I
go.
said it's baseball,
we go.
ni hivyo. Kesho nishanunua bats.
I love it.
That's simple.
It's also, you guys
That's
have
simple.
amazing parents.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do.
We have to take a bit of a second to just say hi to all of them.
Yes.
Hello, parents.
Hello,
Yes,
parents.
hi mom.
We are grateful for you because this is
Agreed.
amazing. This
Agreed.
is amazing.
Yeah, so that was it with me. So I never had to. I don't think I can say
You ever need
my
this
company is showing. Anyway,
Right.
I don't think I can say I ever had to sit her down and tell her, okay, mom,
Let's have this difficult
let's
conversation.
leave. Yes,
Right.
but I can say that we've had conversations where in 2020 for me is when I realized, okay, for me music is why it's art.
Right.
Clearly, moyo ishachagua. There's nothing I can say.
That-
For me, my
that's
heart
where
has
you're
chosen.
driven to.
Yes, that's where I'm driven.
Had you
but
started uni or like?
yes, I had started
Okay,
uni.
what did you do?
I'm a psychology
Oh.
major. I'm a
Just
psychology
you.
major, and
Just you.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. No regrets. I don't feel like, I should have started music. I should have. I'm loving what I'm doing, hands
Right.
down. And I wouldn't the space I'm in right now. I'm really doing my best to balance the both because I want to give mom first class.
Wow.
So
Mom.
I'm really, she's really doing the most. So I have to do my part as well. I have to do my part as
But
well.
I hope, and I know mom is listening, and I pray and I hope that that's not the only motivation that you have.
Agreed.
So that you don't feel that burnout and that pressure.
Agreed.
Because even when I was doing my undergrad, I wanted to give my folks the world, for sure. I wanted a first class for law. I didn't. I didn't get the first class. I got a second upper. But I said, it's
Wow,
okay.
still, wow.
You know.
For law, that's major.
So be gentle with yourself. It's great to shoot for the stars and have that hope and have that and work at it for sure.
Agreed.
But in the event it doesn't happen like that, also have grace for yourself.
Agreed.
You know, you have to have that
Agreed.
grace.
Agreed.
And I think in general as creatives, we need to learn how to have that grace.
Agreed.
You know, it's not just in psychology, it's not just in architecture, it's not just in law, it's not just in everything else. We will double and triple as women, as we know we are. But we need to give ourselves that grace.
Agreed.
So, I want us to go on a short music break. Okay? And as we go on this short music break, I need you guys to give me 2 of your favorite Kenyan artists. Either you can choose yourself, you can choose someone else. Please, the floor is open. We need to hear your guys' playlist. But they have to be strictly Kenyan.
Okay.
Yes, now.
Oh no. just because I'm very much in awe.
Just for just.
Dunda by Abigael Muthoka. Lazima. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Njeri karaoke, of course.
So, once again, slowly. Let me put Dunda.
Yes.
You guys are actually so cute.
Right? I feel so bad you don't have something out now.
Maybe soon.
We
never know.
Soon.
With your help.
We've agreed.
I'm
With your
still
help,
trying to
of
find
course.
Dunda.
Yes.
What about the second one was?
Abigael Muthoka, just write Abigael Muthoka and you got it. Your second person was?
Never
Njeri,
be
like
by
it's
Njeri.
It's Njeri.
Njeri, yes.
Okay.
I call her it's Njeri.
Oh.
That's the only way, because there's so many Njeris.
Okay, true. I
So
don't know many,
but like even in this industry,
Oh,
I
really?
met so many
Njeris.
I have 5 Njeris. So if I don't say it's Njeri, and then also that's her Instagram. So please,
Just
I was just
Njeri.
shamelessly plugging Njeri, senior, because I'm
course.
plugging our people.
Of course.
So Njeri, which one do you want?
Never be.
Hey, never be. Abigail, tuambie, what are your 2 choices?
Number 1 would have to be Brooklyn Boys. I'm
never
a massive fan.
hesitated.
I'm a massive fan.
Never has
Most
heard.
especially AJ. You guys, I get a track with AJ.
Yeah.
I'm saying this live.
Yeah.
This tayata na watumia resignation. I'm done with school.
You're
Forget
done.
delete number yangu type
Wow.
stuff.
I really did
But-
not expect that. Honestly.
Yes.
I never expected
Yes.
that.
So
I am.
I'd say AJ, and number 2 would have to be Nikita.
Okay, so we're doing AJ by.
You can no, the song is you
Yeah.
can play Dream ya kutoka kwa block by Brooklyn Boys, and Nikita. She has so many classics. Tragedy. I think if I had to pick one. So yeah. Those 2. If I land them, manze guys delete my number. Sishikiki. After
made
that,
it in the big leagues.
I'm done. I can resign as a successful music producer after that.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So guys, let us hear this selection because it's hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna changanya. I'm gonna do Nikita, then I'm gonna do Njeri, then I'm gonna do Brooklyn Boys, then I end with
The one and
Dunda.
only.
Hey, so that guys can be able to remember who we are speaking with.
Of course.
Who our presence is amongst. Do you know what I mean? The amazing Abigail and Wacuka. This is the 254 Express. We're here with you every Monday through Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. But Wednesdays is extra special because it's Women Takeover Wednesdays. And I love this segment. This is Tragedy by Nikita Perrin. Enjoy.
Just a lie. It's just a lie. I'm not a child, so I'm not gonna cry. I'm not a kid, I'm not gonna follow your rules. I'm not your doll, so you can't toss me around. I'm not listening to your dirty lies. Fly, butterfly, don't let him get to your heart and your smile. He's not in love with you, he's just a lie. He's just a lie. You make me feel lost, make me feel lost in your world of tragedy, your world of tragedy. You make me feel lost, make me feel.
Good evening, Nairobi. Hello to the world. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? I forgot to tell you guys, you can interact with us at any point of this show on our social media platforms, Radio 254 online on Twitter, 254.radio on Instagram, and of course, you can call, text, and WhatsApp us on 0110-254-254. Now, guys, let me tell you, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's the best day of the week. Honestly, because the weekend is on the horizon. Mi nasemanga tukimaliza Wednesday. Ai. Nayo wiki imeisha, si ndio?
Agreed.
And this is the 254 Express. We're here with you every Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But Wednesdays is extra special. This is also why I love Wednesdays, because it's Women Takeover Wednesday. So you get to hear women speak for themselves, find out what they're doing, how they're doing, if they're doing, are they doing? And in studio, yani, you guys, I have, off air, I found out the ages, and I said, what? I am doing something, but I should have thought about what they're doing when they were doing it. You know what I mean? These are beautiful, accomplished ladies. I'm not going to tell you guys their age, but let me tell you, it's a beautiful age to be in. But they know what they're doing. We have Abigael, instrumentalist and producer. Nayo. I'm so proud of you, baby girl.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait for you to blow. Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Amen. Amen.
Pop.
Amen.
And on your right is Wacuka, who's an pianist, guitarist, yani instrument. Ukisema instrument, atasema gani? Wacha nikushow. Even if I don't know how to play it, today I will show you how to play it. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, baby girl. And I also pray for you to grow. And for both of you to glow. All right? Sawa?
Thank you.
So for you is to blow. For you is to grow. For you guys all together is to glow. Sasa, off air Pia. Let me tell my audience. Off air Pia, they told us that they're going to collaborate. Can we get Shango and Abigael? Kuna collaboration. Sasa, when they shamelessly plug themselves, which they will during this show, we must all put pressure and say, excuse me, Wacuka and Abigael, we've been waiting for the collaboration. Sawa?
Yeah.
Kuna pressure.
It's coming.
We've agreed.
Yeah,
We've agreed.
Yeah.
And we're coming live to you from Radio 254, whose mission is Kenyans for Kenyans to the whole world. Welcome. And this is the 254 Express. As I said earlier, I am Tata Nyaks. On my right is Abigail, an instrumentalist and a producer. And on her right is Wacuka, who's equally an instrumentalist. And these guys are bomb. Now, coming back to the conversation that we've been having, if you're just joining us now, right? Being women is a beautiful thing.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
It's not a coincidence that you're here a day after International Women's Day, which was the 8th of March, 2022. That was Tuesday, yani Jana.
Yeah.
For those who are not clear. But we live in a society that does not understand what it means to be a woman. Okay, they don't understand how we fight to be women. They don't understand how we have to shun cut collars when we're in town. They don't understand people who pull us. Yeah. They don't understand. And unfortunately, an incident happened on the 4th of March, 2022, but it came to light on the 7th of March, 2022. And I've been speaking about this since then because I feel like the only way we can get rid of stigma is if we get rid of ignorance and arrogance, right?
Yeah.
And the only way I think you can do that is by listening to women speak about women's stories, because majority of our stories as women are written by men. So it's from their perspective. But as women, this is a channel and a space for us to speak out and say, this is what I feel about this. This is how I feel about this. This is what is wrong with this. So before we get deeper into what that incident has taught each of us, I want to know, what was your feeling when you either watched or heard about this situation?
Same. It's very, very sad and unfortunate that we are still at this point. Yani, there's someone out there who felt like ati nimegongwa,
okay.
acha niende nimsumbe hivyo kwa gari. Like what? Like how? What? Very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. But at the same time, it's also a bit sad that her face is out there. The same thing you were saying of void.
Yeah.
Like now, like guys know it's her.
Right.
But it's also a good thing that, as you said, it's important to have these conversations. In as much as the incident was very tragic, like it was very, very sad, it's good that we're having these conversations that to enlighten people and
Right.
educate people.
Yeah.
Because that's very, very important.
Because it goes beyond this. And
True,
that's my
true.
thing. It has to go beyond this. It just can't stop at this incident. Because, let's be real, this is not the first incident.
True.
It's just the first incident to come to light.
Agreed.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's just agree on that.
Yeah.
This has been happening. And not just to the female gender. For all those who are saying, oh, let's not make it a gender issue. Yes, we know Boda guys in general have equally attacked and assaulted males.
Yeah.
But the only difference, and this is why anyone who's saying, oh, it's not a gender issue, is this woman was stripped and sexually harassed. All right?
Yeah.
Tell me where in this country that you have seen that ordeal has happened and another man has undressed another man. Then I will keep quiet. Then I will sit back and keep quiet. But that has not happened. So my thing, and that's what I've been saying since yesterday, as a society, we need to do better. We need to really do better, say better, know better, eradicate this ignorance and arrogance about what it takes for a woman to be a woman. And since this is Women Takeover Wednesdays, I want to learn. You guys have been in this entertainment industry. It's a very male-dominated entertainment industry. Even as instrumentalists, especially as it's easy to be a singer. It's not easy to be a drummer or a bass guy or a guitarist or a pianist or a producer, which you have mentioned. I want to know what has been your experience in the industry as a woman, and in that same line, what you will be doing to create a safe space for women to come into this industry as you build them up.
What can I say? It's for me, actually, I think I can say one of my goals is to show the other women who are coming behind me that it's possible.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be such a male-dominated industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things, like, my DM is so full of people saying, I mean, like, okay, majority of the time, oh my God, you're a producer, and you're a girl, and you're a girl. I always
And
get
you're
that
a
comment. I'm
girl.
like, okay, so am I supposed to have a disability to such things, or am I supposed to leave it only to men? And I'm like,
and you're a girl.
Imagine, and in fact, that comment really annoys me when
in
I
the
get
21st century.
It's
We're
like,
2022.
imagine.
What do you mean? When you're COVID, as girls, we didn't have internet to just decide to teach ourselves.
Imagine. As if it's such a mind-blowing
Yeah.
thing that, oh my God, you're a girl and you're a producer. And you play drums.
And you
play this. It's always that I'm like, as in the same way a guy could have done it, I could have. I did it. Yeah, so I think I am so big on making. In fact, even when I see ladies and women replying to my DMs and talking about how it's so good that I'm putting myself out there and doing this despite all the negativity that's coming from, it's a men's world in terms of production, and specifically production. Actually, recently, the platform on which I upload my stuff, I saw there's a charity they're running of, they said only 2% of the producer community is women. I said,
just 2%.
That is so sad.
2%.
That is so sad. So we need. I'm here to represent the women, and
you're representing us well.
Yes, and I feel so psyched when I see girls replying. Like, what are you doing? I feel more eager to respond to them.
Right.
And when they're asking me about, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm so eager to teach them more, because I know we need many more of us in this.
We do.
Industry.
We
in comparison
do.
to the men.
Yeah.
There are so many. It's oversaturated.
Also, they've done their part.
True.
They've done their part.
True.
We give them their flowers.
Agreed.
We must give them the flowers.
True.
You know, me, I'm all about kindness. We
Agreed.
must give them the flowers.
Agreed.
But then I also agree 2% is a bit outrageous,
Agreed.
please.
It is.
2%
We
is a
need
bit.
more.
We need a bit like a 79.999.
Maybe, yeah.
So
Agreed.
a
good enough.
little bit.
Agreed.
But that's just me. I don't know about you, but that's
Agreed.
just me. What about you? What has been your experience in the industry and getting to learn the industry, especially because you guys are actually at your young age.
Yeah.
And you're at a ripe age to blow and grow and just do so much within you guys. What has been your experience, Wacuka?
Not to repeat what Abigail has said,
Right.
but in as much as, you'll see very many men, more men in the industry as an instrumentalist now.
Right.
It's very amazing to see women doing amazing things. Like, I think my friend Warige was telling me nowadays that, like, for Nviri, he has, I think, an all-girl band when he performs. There's Olive Carmen, the drummer.
Such a massive fan.
Clearly, we're all fans of.
Such a
One
fan.
second. Can you just direct it like this? Just do that. I need to send it to this babe because she's just amazing.
Agreed.
So, hey, shout out to Olive Carmen.
Major shout
Woo!
out. Major
Shout out
when
to
I
her,
grow up, I
babe.
wanna be like you, sis. I'm trying
When
to be
we
where
all-
you are.
When we all grow up, man. She doesn't do.
Yeah, she's very cool, and
She's
I
so
feel like
cool.
she's the sweetest person. I think
She
I've DM'd her like once or
is.
twice, but it's like, wow.
Yeah, no,
Then-
she's a sweetie.
Yeah, there's also Ivy Alexander.
No, there you have my heart. No, there you have my
Let me
heart.
tell you, even me, deep.
Let me tell you, the first time I met her, I fangirled so hard.
And me, and then, you know,
So
she's
hard.
beautiful, she's
Oh,
calm,
yeah.
she's humble, and then her on that thing, oh my God.
Like, I don't know if any of you watched the Women's Day thing. There was
Yesterday.
Lisa Oduor,
Beautiful.
Noah.
Agreed.
Wait, before the singers. Wait a minute. Mutindi Tindi on the bass. Mutindi Tindi on the bass.
I forgot
You're
this is
dropping
not
them.
an artist show.
You're
It's an
dropping them.
instrumentalist show
You're
today.
dropping them.
It's both. But
Both,
let's.
both.
But
Yeah,
like,
no,
something I'm
Mutindi.
big about is sometimes instrumentalists are thrown, like, we're behind the scenes, but
Right.
tunatupwa sana.
Agreed.
Kabisa.
Sometimes
Yeah,
give them
yeah,
the
yeah,
credit,
yeah.
give
No,
them
no.
the
We're
credit.
giving them the flowers
We must.
today.
Of course.
We're
Let's
giving them the
go.
flowers
Let's
today.
do it.
Yeah.
Mutindi Tindi.
Yeah.
Tulikuwa na Olive Carmen. Continue.
Yeah, so those are instrumentalists I've seen who play for Nviri, and it's very wow. Like, it's so, you mean that other women doing this, it's a beautiful, in as much as we need to do more,
Right.
it's great to see that there's some people ahead of
Agreed.
us.
For sure.
Agreed.
For
Yeah.
In
sure.
fact, even with their
Definitely.
hosts, they have like the flower project where they're like a band on the. I love it.
Yeah.
Completely.
Love
Let me
it,
tell you,
love
when
it,
I
love
saw,
it.
when I saw the 8th, the thing that they were doing yesterday, I just looked at all the women. I was like, you know what?
Kina Lisa.
Let me tell you,
Lisa Oduor.
Lisa, Candy, Nkonge,
Yeah.
Mohol, like there's just. Let me tell you,
Chesa. Yeah.
I sat down and I said to myself, I hope we continue growing this way.
Yeah.
And me, my dream is to make sure there's a whole night concert of just female producers, DJs,
Yeah.
artists. Yani, I don't know if you guys knew about Strictly Silk because not same age, but there's this event called Strictly Silk, yeah, and Strictly Silk was all about babes, from the bouncer to the cabs to the bartenders to the everybody was all babes. So the organizers of Strictly Silk, me, this is what I'm thinking. Let's have a Strictly Silk, but on a higher level.
Yeah.
Where we have producers, instrumentalists, drums, everything, DJs, everything, just all women.
Soon to
That
come.
would be
Fun.
amazing.
Fun.
Yeah.
Because it's right here in this
True,
our land,
true,
Kenya. It's
true.
right here. And this is my thing. So I want to go to the next question because we've dwelled over here a little bit. I want to know, so we are in the digital era and you guys are deep in the digital era. Let me ask, muliacha simu ya jamii? Simu ya jamii? Anyone?
In English.
Oh, okay. Oops. So simu ya jamii amchaiona? Okay. What was the last name of Airtel?
Is Airtel? Look at me,
Zayn.
like I can whisper.
Was it
you and
Zayn?
Zayn. You, Zayn.
You?
I
babe.
know it was
That's the
Zayn.
same.
Hapo umetuangusha.
It was Zayn.
You and Airtel not same WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's beside the point. I want to know, we're in the digital age. Being in the digital age comes with responsibility and exposure to different things, such as being out there, your social media platforms, people saying how many followers you have to be endorsed, etc., etc. So I want to understand, how has the role of social media either helped or disadvantaged your brand, and how are you working towards this digital era that we're in to ensure that you guys as brands are blowing?
So social media, First of all, for me, social media, I wasn't on social media before I started posting. I think I joined maybe like Instagram, because I'm only on Instagram. I wouldn't say I use other social media platforms that much, but yeah, for Instagram, maybe 2.5 years ago. But I started it so that I can, for music.
Okay.
So it's been great. You meet new people. The thing as we all know with social media, pros and cons. Again, many of these things in life, pros and cons. So for social media, it's been a great space to meet new people. There are people I've met online who, I mean, where would I meet them? Me who goes to just the same, I don't know,
area.
Radius of Nairobi. Go to area moja. Yeah. So it's been really amazing to meet such people. To even have someone who you don't know. You know, sometimes you post your video, you see 300 views.
Ooh,
and you're like,
look at you go.
And you're like, okay, yeah, 300 is great. But when you meet them and they're like, wow, say on social media, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that 300 is not just a number. There's someone.
There's an individual behind that 300.
So yeah, it's very, very cool. And not, one of the disadvantages maybe is comparison. And I think even people who are not creatives, it's just generally a social media problem, which I guess we're learning how to like work our way around it. But yeah, that comparison. So yeah, I'd say that's my disadvantage. I think it's self-explanatory.
Sawa. We get that. What about you, baby girl? Abigael.
Just to add on to that, I think advantages, I would say, like sometimes I was actually telling her, or like when we were offset, about how like my highest viewed video is something I so don't feel like, what's wrong with you people? How can you all like this? And I put so much work into this other one, and you all are preferring like
this one. I don't know. I just woke up and I just
imagine. Actually, that video, I was so not in them. I don't know what had happened that day, but I was so not in the mood for recording that video. Major shout out to my sister. Shout
out to Sissy. Hi, Sissy.
She's turning 16 this year. Her name is Natalie. She's the one who puts up with all my perfectionism of no, I have to be at the center of the frame. I have to be like this, like that. Anyway, so
also, sorry to interrupt you guys, but like, I love this. She's 16 and she already knows that. Bro. Imagine. Like me when I was 16, I was doing so many of the
Imagine.
My mind was not there. It was not as focused.
Imagine.
But shout out to you, Natalie. Thank you so much for keeping a lovely Abigael on chair.
Yes. Yes. So she's the one who puts up with all of that. Anyway, so sometimes I'm like, you're like this one. I'm like, okay, so then let's make it blow up. And I'm like, and the views keep growing. And I remember for that specific video, I think I got 10K views in like 7-8 hours. Do you know, that blew my mind? I couldn't understand.
No.
I couldn't understand.
Woo,
like,
look at you, man.
What?
10K in 8 hours. This one. Out of everything else I've done.
You know, type thing. And so I think that's a major advantage in terms of people sharing your stuff, even commenting and posting on their stories. I agree with what Wacuka said about even meeting people and recognizing me. Oh my God, are you Abigael Muthoka? I'm like,
no, a little bit.
Imagine,
maybe it's me.
I fangirl about them fangirling. You get like when they so fangirl, I'm fangirling about them. With fangirling.
You know, we're fangirling.
You know,
together.
we're both fangirling
I'm
together.
Excited to see you. You're excited to see me. We're excited.
It's crazy. I think on the disadvantage side, as she said, comparison is such a massive thing. And actually, something I'm really doing my best towards overcoming is, I saw a quote the other day talking about don't compare someone's chapter 20 to your chapter 1. So I'm always seeing people much the same age as me and all of that doing the most, not just in Kenya alone, even in the entire world. And it's so easy to compare yourself. Oh my God, they're doing this at this level. We're the same age. How come I'm not doing the same? And until I'm like, wait.
No, but that's exactly what you're saying. Sorry to interrupt you, but exactly what you're saying, because of the digital age, it's a disadvantage.
Agreed.
You know, because when our folks were growing up, even
They
their
didn't-
high school mates, you didn't know what they did, whether they
Agreed.
became successful or not, until
Agreed.
wakapatana na success. They're like, oh, you made it to Nairobi, or you made it here, and you move. But us guys, on the other hand, you find that you're seeing a 6-year-old earning 8 million because
Imagine.
they're reviewing toys.
Imagine.
Okay, they
Imagine.
decided to sit with the camera, review. This toy is like 6 million.
Imagine.
And that's what's happening.
Imagine.
That's our life.
It's like, what am I doing with my life type
Yes.
stuff. So I think that's the biggest disadvantage. So I'm
Right.
just learning to tell myself and to affirm myself.
Right.
You're doing so great where you're at.
Exactly where
Keep
you are.
going, sis.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. And
Right.
I'm giving myself the flowers.
You better.
Where I'm at.
You better, because
there's so
that's
many
exactly
people
where you
also.
are.
As much as I'm focusing on those who are my age and are doing so much more, there's so many. There are even more people who are my age who are not doing even half things I'm doing.
Not even
so that's
quarter.
something I'm
Yes.
giving
No,
myself flowers.
give yourself the roses, and then also, as I said earlier, we have to be able to give ourselves grace.
Agreed.
Right? Because your race and my race and your race, completely different. It's never going to be the same. It's completely different. And until we understand and learn that my race is my race,
Agreed.
Yeah.
at my time, in my own pace, I'ma make it. That's
True.
okay.
But
You know?
the big what Abby talked about, the guys who whatever positive comment, even just a like, just
Right.
you've just double tapped the video.
Double tap.
That pushes for whichever creative it is or whoever you're supporting on. There's so much negative things on social media, but there's also the beautiful side of it. So
Right.
whoever is liking that video, sharing, reposting, I don't know what even that comment of just aka emoji, just aka fire. Just a kafaya emoji there.
It makes all the difference.
It really does.
makes
It
all
really
the
does.
difference.
So
I
keep at
agree.
it. Keep at it. Let's
Right.
all build each other. Even if you don't know us, just let's whoever it is you're watching, just let's all build each other because it's such an
Agreed.
amazing thing.
Agreed.
Right.
And that's why you can use social media
Yeah.
to our advantage. Everyone
Completely.
feels better.
And you see, at the end of the day, this is the thing. We are all sharing earth, you know.
Yeah.
We're all sharing earth. And it literally takes nothing from me to just like, share, repost. I'm saying this because at some point we're gonna shamelessly plug these ladies. And whilst we shamelessly plug them, you need to go and just do the like, share, subscribe,
Please.
all of those things we
Yes.
expect from you guys. But this is also something that I've learned. In this life, you can't also wait for that. Like, you just can't sit down and say, oh,
Yeah.
the universe is going to align.
I'll
The
wait.
stars are going to come. So I want to know, what is that conversation you looked at Wacuka and said, okay, Wacuka, listen, I believe in you, you believe in me. Abigail looked at and was like, bro, listen, you are the producer. No matter what, you are the producer. Because sometimes in the audience, there are people who, yes, they're younger than us, but they're older than us as well. And they're waiting to hear that motivation to start that business. Okay? To go out there and do that thing, to take that trip, to retire, to do whatever else has been holding them back. I want us to speak to them. What is that one conversation that you said, hey, you know what? I believe in you, we move. And why did you have such conviction at your age to say, I'm going to be an instrumentalist and an architect, I'm going to be a psychologist, instrumentalist and producer? What was that like?
I think for me, I can say when I started with the production, it was, I don't have anything better to do. So why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Until I released my first song in September of 2020, and then response and all of that from everyone was out of this world
Right.
type stuff. And I realized, okay, I've enjoyed the process, and people are really also seem to really enjoy it. So there's something I'm clearly doing right.
There's something you're doing right.
Clearly something I'm doing right.
Right.
So on to the place of making the decision of, okay, this is what I want to do. I would say that would be last year, 2021 is when I decided, okay, music is where it's at. But that doesn't mean that now because I'm in uni, my grades are going to suck.
Ooh, shout out to you.
So I'm doing my best.
Speak to the youth.
Yes.
Speak to
I'm
the youth.
so doing my best in balancing the two. But
Right.
the one point I would give to everyone listening is life is about choices. That's
Okay.
the biggest lesson I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you choose to do something about the talent you have or you choose to sit on it, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
That's what people don't realize.
Right.
I have so many friends who don't have, natural things like, the music,
The
and
music,
whatnot.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have so many people I know so many people who are working towards getting there, but yet I also know so many people who have it naturally, but are sitting on it.
Right.
Are sitting on it.
Yeah,
like
they're just
sis,
like, I
you
can't
can,
do this.
not
Yeah.
saying you can sing type
You can
stuff. You can
sing.
sing.
You can
But you're
sing.
sitting on it and you're not doing anything about it. So for me, it was just to realize, okay, clearly you love this and clearly you're good at it.
Right.
What you've put. Actually, fun fact, do you know the first song I released was the official first beat I've ever made? The
Ooh.
first.
Wow.
Look at you.
So many people don't know that.
I'm doing
So
what
many
you're
people
doing.
don't know
Just
that.
snapping.
So many
Just
people don't know
snap,
that.
snap,
Imagine that was
snap.
the first beat I
Yeah.
ever made to completion.
Right.
Before that was just a lot of unfinished projects.
Right.
And when I saw the amount of the response towards it, I was like, what? Like, you'll actually think like people tell me I'm talented, I'm like, hiya, for real?
For real?
Guy.
Is it
Utter
me?
jokes.
Ni mimi?
You know.
For sure.
Type stuff.
Can
So,
never be me.
I think my biggest realization throughout this entire time is life is about choices. Whether you do something or don't do something, it's all a choice.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a choice. So if you're listening and you have a talent you're sitting on,
Yeah.
I encourage you to do something about it. There's someone somewhere who's trying to get to that natural level of where you're at.
Right.
And you have it naturally, and you can go so much further because it's already like some sort of inclination you
Right.
have towards it.
Right.
So push yourself towards it, do it, you don't know, be the best version of yourself possible. And that's something I'm really working on right now.
Right.
If it's school, I'm prioritizing school. When it's time for grinding and being music producer at night, you know,
Right.
I'm putting in the hours, I'm putting in the whatnot. So consistency is another thing.
Right.
So it's a choice, and once you decide consistency, don't
like
make
that.
excuses.
I like
don't
that.
make excuses.
But then let me ask you a question, right? It's very easy to be naturally talented to something. But even if you have the talent, you must work at it with that consistency. You
Agreed.
must get that skill.
Agreed.
So why do you keep on moving forward? And I get, you've understood that you love this. But me, I've loved a lot of things. I've loved sport. I've loved eating.
So have I.
I've loved writing. But what keeps you on that track? And it's just like, yes, Abigail, we're going. Irrespective of whether you get the funds. Because you said yes. Earlier on, you were like, why did you like this one? And I didn't work as much as I worked on this one. What is the algorithm here? So it gets confusing depending on who hears what when in terms of the consumer. So I want to know why, irrespective of the consumer, why you keep on doing what you do.
My dreams scare me.
Oh, okay.
My
Elaborate, please.
dreams scare me in terms of the moment I allowed myself to see that this is something I can feed the generations after me to come in terms of my great grandchildren. It blew my mind. And I was like, why am I limiting myself towards being, a producer in Kenya? Yeah, she's known by the local people. Why am I limiting myself to that? For me, I'm always like, okay, so I'm the best producer in Kenya when I get there.
Right.
So what more? What more can I do? I'm all about pushing boundaries. For me, that's a big
Push the
thing.
limits.
I appreciate myself for. I love that I'm always seeking doing better and being better. Like, if this is where I wanted to be 5 years ago, best believe right now my dreams are even bigger. Like, hands down, if I was to explain for you where I want to be in 10 years, it's unrealistic. Most people would call it unrealistic, but those are my dreams,
Yeah. And dream away, please. Dream away.
I'm pushing myself towards getting to where I want to be and even greater. And God is such a
magnanimous God. He is
what
magnanimous.
who would have thought?
He comes through. He's like, you've given me a specific
Agreed.
question, prayer.
And
I'ma do it.
so for me, I've seen God do so much with even this production, because I knew the most I could go is instrumentalist. I'd never even thought of being a producer.
Right.
But the moment I tapped into that, and God was like, this is where it's at. And I felt
that is beautiful.
this is something, clearly it's a God-given talent. As I said earlier, there's so many people who are trying to have that natural talent that I have. And what else can I do apart from use what God has given me, not only to glorify me, but even to better myself and further myself. So my goal, I'm very scared of the goals I have, but there's nothing stopping me from getting to them.
Right.
I have big dreams. I want to take care of my people, my family, my country, everything.
Everything.
I'm going towards
just
it.
be present.
I'm going towards it.
I'm here for it. I'm rallying behind you, and so is Radio 254. Let me tell you, every time you drop, every time you do this, every time you want coverage come through, we got you for sure. But coming back to you, Wacuka, because you know, we also want to hear your perspective and want to hear, Sawa, why are you still adamant that I will continue with this path? Why will I continue holding myself together and saying, you know what, this is it, irrespective of whether I have fans, irrespective of if they're not going to show up, but this is what I'm doing and I'm going to go for it?
So I feel like normally as artists, people have, because you're good at what you do.
Right.
So given that you're good at what you do, you also see your weaknesses. So a thing I'm learning to do is when someone tells you, oh my gosh, you played so well, accept that compliment. Accept it, own it. Be like, yeah, thank you. Instead of saying, but did I? So yeah, when someone compliments you or, you know, praises your work or whatever, accept it, take it, because there's something they have seen in you.
Right.
So yes, that's one of the big things for me. And that's one of the good things about like being on Instagram and showing people what you do. Not much as there'll be someone saying, oh, ati what? Ati? But you know, there's also the ones, even your friends, who tell you, wow, you're so good at this. So yeah, taking, like, accepting and owning that, yeah, and yeah, where there's something, I still feel like there's somewhere else I need to be at. But, you know, as of now, this is good. This is good. There's something I'm doing.
Yes.
For us, I mean, Ati 254 already has called us Ati. That's something good.
Yeah, no, for sure. But because honestly, as Radio 254, we're definitely so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
You are not Ati people to not notice. What do you mean? We have noticed you. First of all, you've played in our gigs already. Yeah. So this was just a matter of time for you to come through and tell us your experience. And then you have been in the game for a minute, and we've seen you, and we've noticed, as in, come on, you have a catalog coming through, and we're super glad. In fact, it's us who are grateful that you guys honored us with your time.
Wow.
Because listen, at the end of the day, let me tell you, time is a resource you will never get back.
True.
You will never get back.
True.
So you guys choosing to spend the last 3 hours of your time at Radio 254 in our presence is something that we can never ever buy anywhere in the bank.
True.
You know, and at the end of the day, you will look back and say, listen, this was my journey. This was part of my journey. And that's what we're here about as Radio 254. We're here to continue uplifting each other, to work and walk with each other through this journey of understanding creativity is not linear.
Yeah.
Creativity is not what you say or what you say or what you say. Creativity is all within us. And with that said, I need to find out, do you guys have blocks? You know, me as an artist, as Tatanyaks, when I try to write, sometimes I have writer's block.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as instrumentalist block, producer block? We need to know. You guys are just just churning out that energy and that consistency. You're just on it. We need to know.
I feel like, okay, as an instrumentalist, like now for guitar, let me start with guitar.
Right.
It's like, yeah, someone will see me playing and it's like, wow, you're good. Like, yeah, thank you. But I'm just like, Aish, when is the last time I learned something new? Adi mina boeka. Adi mina boeka. Adi mina boeka.
When unajipoesha bash.
Imagine.
It's like, you know, yeah, so you experience it sometimes. Even like now with piano, I play piano a lot more.
Right.
It's like you'll play, maybe I want to do a cover for a song or there's something I'm thinking about.
Right.
But it's like, why? Yeah, I have a vision, but the vision is not visioning. And
it's not visioning.
It's not visioning.
Why
it's not coming together.
I agree.
That vision, why is it? Can it come so my fingers can do what they're supposed to be doing? So yes, you do experience it sometimes. Sometimes you just need to take a break. You just take a break, relax a little bit, go do something else.
Preacher.
But then even like
preacher. There you go, sister.
Like
amen. Hallelujah, sister.
Like in architecture, sometimes they tell us. There's a lecturer of ours who used to tell us. Sometimes your craziest design will come when you're just chilling somewhere unaoga sijui unadu nini
Yeah.
unakunywa coffee mind you are
That's
seated
true.
you are seated somewhere with your papers and your pencil for hours
Yeah.
trying to design something. So sometimes that walking away is healthy. That break is
break is important.
Yeah. So I don't know what your take on it is.
I so agree. I so agree. Sometimes it's actually so frustrating. I think towards the end of, like, once I decided this production thing, I'm going to take it a lot more seriously.
Right.
I decided, a bit every day, a bit every whatnot. But now, that puts you in a position where you're forcing the creativity to come in. It's not coming in naturally anymore. I'm forcing the ideas to come.
Right.
So it's so frustrating. Actually, to some extent, I got to the point where I realized, is this even something I want to do anymore? It's starting to feel like work, and I was enjoying it before.
Right.
Until I took a moment and I realized it's just because I'm putting so much pressure on myself.
Right.
And I just need to calm down, relax, take it easy. And even on the point she said of ideas sometimes come out of nowhere. My voice recorder on my phone is
full.
Everybody
says that when
sometimes
they come here.
even I'm walking,
even when
I'm walking, I'll hear a melody, and best believe, regardless of what I'm doing, when that melody comes in my head, I'm opening. I'll hum it. Obviously, I can't sing to save my life, but I can hold I'm not tone deaf. So, I'll sing all the right things. I'll sing it, and later on when I'm seated, I have an idea that I can reference to.
Yes.
And then, so that's right. The block happens so much. And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, most especially when you have a schedule for yourself. I don't know about Wacuka. Like, now for me, I have a schedule where every Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
right,
those 3 days in a week, I have to release something. So what if
Dope.
Wednesday comes and I don't have
you have nothing to release?
I have no idea. So everything that's coming out is trash. So what do I do? So I think I maximize on, so when I'm doing my normal activities, I think I can confidently say that I listen to more instrumentals than I listen to actual songs.
Right. That makes
so
sense.
I'll have a lot of, yes, I'm a producer. So I'll have a lot of, like, the platform I upload my beats on. I'll have an artist, a producer, I'll put one of his playlists of one of the songs, like a number of songs he has, and I listen to it and bounce off of those ideas. Because that's another thing, apart from just getting them naturally. I don't know about Wacuka, but when I hear other creatives doing such amazing stuff, you get inspiration from them.
Kabisa, you have to.
For sure. So that's something I do. So those are my two options. Either the third one is to take a break and just let it come when it will come. But the second one is definitely to listen to other people. Vibe off of other people's vibes.
Okay, I like that, because perhaps, you see, so this is what I say to myself, The reason I have not written for 1.5 years is because I've also not read for 1.5 years. This year I started reading again, and I was just like, okay, so the more I read, the more I actually understand I'm going to write.
Yeah.
You get? So if I don't read, if I'm not constantly reading and understanding how other people draw up stories, playwrights write their storyline for a movie or a series or whatever, if I don't go into that, then there's no way I'm gonna sit down and write what I want to write.
True. Sometimes you need that inspo.
You need that inspo, and not just inspo. The thing I love about words is sometimes a person can express the exact same words that you want to say in a different way that will trigger you to be like, hey, maybe I should do the same thing, or maybe I should write along the same lines. But I want to go into a little bit of a lighter section, because tumekuwa deep sana. Sometimes we have to be a little bit shallow. Banter is what I call it. So now, I'm actually very curious. This is a game I play with every of my guests. And I'm really curious about you guys' songs, because you guys might just shock me. Because, as I said, this is my first time ever having instrumentalists.
Wow.
You need to do this more often.
I really do.
Wow.
I really do.
This more often.
I've had the most fun.
I'm having so much fun.
The most fun. Like, you guys are actually so amazing. So I want to know, which Kenyan song do you guys find funny? Funny. Ha ha ha. Yani,
Funny.
Ha 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 ha. I can laugh.
But now if we say
Say it with your chest.
You don't want us to get more collabos.
Honestly, I really respect Trio Mio. but cheza kama wewe,
you find cheza kama wewe funny.
I'm just like yeah.
When it plays, you laugh.
It's just I don't know. It's just it's not bad, but you know, it's like whoa. Ati. Then there's this other one. There's this guy for I'm the GOAT. I don't know if anyone has seen that video. If I find it,
what do you mean I'm the GOAT?
That's all he sings. I'm the GOAT. When everyone started talking about GOAT, greatest of all time, there's some guy who released some song, and I was just like, what? this is like you watch and you laugh and you're like, no, but I mean, I respect your art. Like this, how you express yourself.
No, this is the expression of your art.
Yeah, it's like ati.
Okay. What about you, babes?
There's something Lil Minor released on Instagram alone.
Okay.
I feel like it was called Timothy something. I can't remember the name. It was just like a voice recording, and that stuff was so funny.
It was so funny.
It was
but
so,
you said Lil Minor, so I understand because he's a guy who does parody for songs.
I
love it.
That's something I love about.
I live for Lil Minor. I live for him. He's phenomenal.
To me, he's legendary. How he got like wherever he puts his foot in,
it just blows.
It blows up.
Let me tell you, that's what we call favor. And I'm here for it. That is favor.
Yeah.
So mine was Pombe, but I don't know if you guys have heard it by Iani. No, not Pombe cigar. No, slowly. We're saying fire.
Which one?
You guys are
Abu sing for us.
It's so recent.
See we here.
Above the head.
Oh, below the
head. Yeah, there you go. I find it hilarious. I find it extremely hilarious. Okay, so what one song do you find very nostalgic? Yani, whenever you hear it, wherever you're just like, wow.
A Kenyan song, yeah?
It has strictly Radio 254 is Kenyan. Strictly.
I'm sorry.
Yes, tell us.
Mine has to be an Eric Wainaina song.
Ooh, okay. Which you have to tell us one song.
Weongoza nikufuate. I don't remember the name of the song.
No, continue.
Twende. Kuja nami. That one is that one.
But that was an ad.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, then there's also the one where he talks about corruption. And then the one for ukitaka fanta ukitaka I don't remember what he says.
You have to remember one because we have to play.
Okay, there's Retwa Ryaku, the Kikuyu one. The instrumentals are so beautiful. So yes.
Yeah, but
RIT.
Yeah, no.
Ryaku.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that one by Eric Wainaina.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'd say that's
nostalgic.
Yeah, very, very.
Very nostalgic.
Like going to Shags when I'm 5 years old. That's what's playing in the car.
Yeah.
By my parents. Yeah.
I like that. So mine has to be. Did you give yours? No. Tell us yours. I don't want cheat codes here, please.
I think I would say Sauti Souls. The Java one.
Oh, Lazizi.
I'd forgotten the name. I think that song.
Kutoka mbinguni.
Yes. That one. So that one gives major nostalgic vibes.
There is because I remember when it came. I agree. Mine had to be Boom Boomba Train. Do you know? Boom Boomba. Boom,
yes.
Boom, boom, and I keep on telling people every Wednesday. So you guys need to go and listen to my shows because every Wednesday you'll hear me say my favorite Kenyan nostalgic song is Boomba Train because anywhere I'm at, I will always say, "Oh my God, this is the jam." Okay, so what is your must play to showcase Kenyan? If someone came to you and said, "Listen, I've never heard of Kenya before. I want to hear what Kenyans are about. What song would you play for them?" Yeah, think. Yeah, actually, we make you think. We make you think. We need to know. What do you think as an opinion? Which is it? Tell us.
Right now, my favorite song right now, which if someone came to me right now and told me, show me Kenyan music,
right.
Vibration by Karun and Savara.
Sorry?
Savara's
Sorry, what did you say?
Vibration.
What did you say?
Vibration.
Sorry. From the Savage Level?
Yeah, of course.
And let me tell you, that is my album.
So
Let me not lie to you. Savara made me proud.
Not you alone. You're not alone.
Honestly,
You're
yeah.
so not alone.
Savage level. It's a album. It's an album.
It's savage for sure.
Mad. What about you, baby girl?
I think-
Must showcase Kenya.
I would seriously plug the Midnight Train album.
It has to be a song, babe.
Wow.
One
How
song.
can I pick when there's
But I agree
massive...
about that album. But it must be one song. One song.
Can we come back to that?
We can come back to that.
Let me think. It's a tough one.
It is. Love song. Kenyan love song.
Coming Home by Sauti Sol.
Ooh,
In case it's not obvious, I'm such a major
clearly.
Sauti Sol
Yeah,
fan.
babe.
It's showing.
It's
showing.
It's screaming.
Yeah.
It is.
That song is
There we go.
crazy.
What about you, Wacuka?
Love song.
Auna my loves. Aunanga my lovings.
Acha nifikirie kiasi.
Fikiria, babes.
Love song.
And Abigail, I hope you're thinking about your must show.
Thinking.
Kiss.
I'm still
Kenya.
thinking.
Now
Mmekwama?
that Lenya Sauti Sol bado, of course, Isabella was a wow.
That great.
Was a wow.
Great.
Yeah.
Great song.
Of course,
I
yeah.
love that song. That is one of my favorite songs. Ushasema yako. Love song yako, baby girl.
Yangu, si nimesema ni Coming Home.
Yes,
yes.
they're advertising Kenya music.
Kenya.
So,
So the advertising one.
Yes.
Can I say Nairobi?
Nairobi.
ogopa sana.
Clearly, we need K for character development.
Is that showing as well?
It's showing. Woo! Ati, sawa, we accept. Umesema yako ni? Nairobi. That is a tough song. Let me not discuss that story. It is not that time. What is your favorite current Kenyan song? I need to know. Oh wait, I didn't tell you guys my. I didn't tell you. My must play to showcase Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know this song, but it's called Usimpe Roho Yako Waza Kwanza.
Na 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 na.
Sina no wayaye.
Oh, I do.
I do. Usimpe
What's
Roho
the
Yako
singer
Waza
called? You
Kwanza.
know?
Yes, there was it's gone out of my head right now. But there was no Sanape was not on it. The reason Sanape was in the what do you call this? Why am I forgetting?
I even have the picture of the lady who has sung this song. Like I
In
can
your
see
head.
her. What's the name?
Yes. We'll come back to it. I have the name right now, but it would be Usimpe roho yako waza kwanza wapi tofauti yake na usina no manaye. But the reason I'd pick this song is because it showcases all the Kenyan artists I love. So we have Abbas Kubaf, we have Nameless, we have Waire, we have Shinsky on it. Like we have people I grew up with, you know. So my love song would be Safe Space. Kinoti. You're the only guest who's ever come and known who Kinoti is. So shout out to you, Kinoti.
Okay, now I'm
everyone
floating.
needs
You'll
to
have to
know.
explain.
Everyone
I'll
needs to
play
know who
this jam.
Kinoti is.
I'll play this jam. but
Maybe I know the jam, I just don't know who the
perhaps.
artist is.
But Kinoti is that guy. He studies law.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know if you remember, me in my teenage years, we had that kapapi love. You know, that one that just gives you stupid butterflies, all sense leaves.
Disney type.
Yeah. So his EP is called Heart, Heart, to Heart, Hurt. And it's just such an amazing EP. And one of the songs that is Safe Space. So
Definitely checking it out.
Safe Space is a ting. And then the last category I gave was favorite. I want to know, what is your favorite Kenyan current song?
Can I repeat? But
You can't repeat, please.
Okay.
No repetitions. We must be diverse with Kenyan music, please. So just shoop.
Let me think of one as well.
Okay. We have taken the baton to somebody else. Na kumbuka hii ndio playlist tunacheza tukiisha hii outro. Tukimaliza.
Favorite Kenyan song at the moment.
Ha.
I think I would. I'm just thinking of my playlist. What I've been playing a lot.
Please
and
plug yourself.
it would have to be Nikita by Nviri.
Okay.
That's what is.
Okay.
That's what
Nikita,
That's what is on
Nikita.
repeat.
Ooh.
Bass. Ndio hiyo.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So Fresh is also such an amazing producer, I must say.
I agree with you 100%.
Must.
But I feel like you're a salty soul head.
These guys just need to. Why haven't they?
Okay.
Why haven't they reached out?
Let
to
me
me?
let you.
soon,
Let me let you. They really need to. Sauti Soul. If anyone who knows Sauti Soul personally is listening, you need to get Abigael on your next tracks. Not track, tracks. You know,
Influencer.
because she is ready. She got you guys.
I'm ready.
What about you, Wacuka?
Favorite song, other than Vibration.
Okay.
I'd say I Know by Sabiu and
Okay.
Messi. Yeah.
Okay,
Mask
that's a
Sabiu.
tune.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
That's a
Mad
tune.
talent. Mad talent.
But then
For real, for
also your age is really showing nicely. You guys' age, perfect.
Showing.
But you know the
Perfect.
crazy thing, I was in Sabiu's class, Mask's class,
Uh-huh.
primary. So it's so
Wow.
crazy to see. It's very amazing to see
And
the
then
big
you guys
things
just
he's
like,
doing
yeah,
right
yeah. Okay, I hope you also
Wow.
remember
now. Uh-huh.
you're also doing big things. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank
please,
you.
please,
Thank
please, please. It is
Yeah.
good to give admiration and flowers
True,
by the
true,
due.
true.
Shout out to you, Mask Sabiu. Mi na kulove unajua. Together. But babe girl, don't forget.
Yeah.
Just because you're gonna say yes, I'm glad to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Please do remember what you're also
Of course,
doing,
of course.
because you're doing mad things. Mad.
you.
Hiya, sawa. So here on the Rise, on the 254 Express, being Women Takeover Wednesdays, I normally like asking people what their parting shot is. So if someone has not been following through the whole conversation or does not understand, ama KPLC ilifanya hiyo stuff, ama they needed to go to the dispensary to get some water or the tap, or someone called them on the phone, whatever happened that interrupted the conversation, I want us to tell them what your parting shot is with respect to what they should ponder upon after leaving this conversation.
What can I say? Same what I said earlier. Follow your dreams. Keep shooting your shot.
Kabisa.
Doesn't matter how many times you're getting rejected. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
And for those who are already doing it, don't place your worth onto the views and the comments and the likes and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
That's not what defines your value.
Right.
That's number 2. Number 3,
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
Right.
I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned is people will only begin to believe in you once you already believe in yourself.
Facts.
Like right now, so many, I'll see so many comments, oh, you're going places, you're going what? I had to believe I'm going places so that I can start putting out all that content for people to see and say, enyewe,
By the unaenda mbali.
BTW,
By-
unaenda mbali.
Kama ukujua by the
So,
way.
Jiamini.
Jiamini.
It has to start with you.
Right.
It has to start with you.
I really love that.
Then the last thing I'd say, can I give a shout out?
Please. Let me tell you, in fact, not only just a shout out, please, with the parting shot, shamelessly plug yourself everywhere, anywhere. When guys want to get intimate with you, when they want to interact with you, so this is the time.
Okay.
If you have a gig coming through, whatever it is,
Okay.
plug yourself.
So on shout outs, major shout out to my mom.
Hi,
Obviously. She has really believed in me and put in so much
Right.
time and money. This music thing, but it's not a joke. Don't let anyone deceive you.
It is not for the faint-hearted. That
don't
is
let
for
anyone
sure.
deceive you. It's not cheap. It's
Right.
so expensive. So major shout out to my mom. Major shout out to my sister. Like I said, always putting up with my perfectionism when she's recording my videos, and every time I come, oh hey, what do you think of this, when I've only changed, like I've only moved a knob from 87 to 90.
Right.
The smallest things. Major shout out to my sister. And lastly, major shout out to my best friend. She's the one who puts up with all my insecurities. Like even today when I'm texting her and I'm talking to her on the Uber and I'm like, I'm so nervous, this is my first time, and she's listening to me and putting up with me. So those
shout out
people,
bestie.
major shout out to them, my mom, my sister, and my best friend. Yes.
Shout out to mom, sis, bestie.
And let me plug myself. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Abigael Muthoka, on Apple Music, on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on YouTube. I'm everywhere. There's hautanikosa pali, hata TikTok. Nitafute utanipata.
Abigail Muthoka. Please.
Even shout out to those who like, comment, subscribe. Even those who just like my story. Forget replying to my story. Even those
That's
who
enough.
just like. Major shout out to you. I'm here because of you guys, evidently. And major thank you to God, because these talents are not seemingly jichagulia.
Bas. I like it. Yeah. I respect that. And shout out to everybody you've shouted out and you've had. It's very simple. Yes. Abigail Muthoka. Not too complex. Si watu wakona majina mingi. Ama wakona complications. Uweke asterisk sijui wapi. When you find me, do S, asterisk S, T, you know. Very simple.
Abigail Muthoka everywhere.
There we go. What about you?
I started by echoing something Abigail has said about believing in yourself and pursuing what you love. Right. So yeah, if you have something that you feel like, when I can pursue this. So yes, please do that. You never know where it will take you.
Agreed.
And also for shooting your shots.
Shoot it.
See mapenzi too. Add the opportunities.
Kabisa. Shoot your shot.
You never know. And there's nothing you have to lose by just, reaching out to someone. Say yes. It's only respectful to also give out my shout outs, because amazing people are it's a lot that goes behind, who you see here as Wacuka today. So all my friends, even before my friends, anyone who is watching, anyone who has tuned in, listening, watching, big shout out to you for listening to us and what we have to say. Shout out to our lovely host, lovely videographer, lovely friend. Agreed. So yes. To all my friends, all my music teachers, anyone who has commented, liked, reposted,
Teacher Rose,
anything,
Teacher Sam,
teacher, all of you,
Wako upper base.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my family, very supportive. Any family member who is here listening, thank you so much.
And hello.
Yeah. So. And big shout out to God.
Hallelujah.
So yes.
I agree.
Last thing.
Please.
Last thing.
Yes.
I think another thing she said is you never know who's watching.
Mad.
Me, I don't know what video you guys saw that made you feel I was worth coming here. We don't know what video Wacuka you saw or what you saw Wacuka. So you never know who's watching. So whenever you're putting yourself out there, I think just back to the advantages of social media, you never know who's watching. So whatever you're putting out there, do the most. Do the
shoot
most.
Your shot. That's what I think. Shoot your shot. And I completely agree with each one of you, because you know what? Even us guys, you know what we're doing? We were shooting our shots. We didn't know if you're going to say yes. We didn't know if you're going to grace us with your presence. We were not aware. But we shot our shot, and here we are. And from that, I want to say thank you so much for you guys coming through. Like, let me tell you, in each and every show that you'll ever listen to me, I have to thank every person who comes through. Because as I said earlier, the most expensive thing that you will ever have is your time. That resource is very finite. But it's also very expensive. Where you spend your time, who you spend your time with. And the fact that you've chosen to give us 3 hours of your time, I do not take it for granted. And as I'm ready to fight for,
well spent. Hands down.
Guys, stop.
You're such a vibe.
Guys, stop. I'm not going to sleep at night. I'm going to tell But thank you so much for coming through. I do genuinely appreciate each one of you. And to you, our lovely audience, hey, Nayo, we do this because of you guys. We're here because of you guys. And we're super, super duper grateful for each one of you. And remember, we want to get interacting with you and being intimate with you. And I'm sorry, this whole show I did not remind you, but you know where to find us on our social media platforms. Radio 254 online on Twitter, 254.radio on Instagram. And of course, you can call and text us on 0110-254-254. And I'm super duper so grateful for each one of you. We'll partner tomorrow in the AM. Okay, with the Bright Shine and Smile show coming through for each one of you. Thank you so much. And to our studio audience, hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. He also helped us with the
Thank you for coming.
for everything. You know, I'll behind the BTS. BT hashtag BTS. Thank you. We'll remember to just that emoji for the camera shot by. And then of course our lovely baby girl, who you know I love. Thank you so much for coming through. This is the second Wednesday we're together, and let me tell you, this baby is F to the fire. Cindy.
Of course.
So for sure, thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you for coming through. It is now about to be 9:55 right here in Nairobi, and we're gonna play all the jams that we've had about. Yeah. So let me just remind you, okay? Baby girl on my left, aka Wacuka, alisema Fanny ni cheza kama wewe.
Remind them the other ones.
Nikasema
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I don't hate it. It's just a bit funny.
Ni sawa. That is you. Tis you.
Yeah.
With your chest. Tukaenda nostalgic, tukasema retware yaku by Wacuka. Then Lazizi wangu by our lovely Abigael. Tena tukaenda must play to showcase Kenya. Vibration by Karun and Savara was Wacuka's choice.
Amazing.
And then Nairobi.
Hey.
What message was she trying to pass, please?
You have to invite me to hear more stories.
That is by Abigail. She needs to tell us what she meant. Then we talked about love song. Wacuka picked Isabella by Sauti So, which I completely love. It's a beautiful song. And then our lovely Abigail picked Coming Home by Nameless. And finally, the favorite songs at the moment, irrespective of the ones that they gave, was Nikita by Nviri, the storyteller, was Abigail's choice. And then I Know by Sabi Wu. Hashtag. Not hashtag, stroke. Sinatoka stroke. Mask. Bas. This is what we're going to be playing for you as our outro. Thank you so much for coming through. May you have a blessed, restful, and peaceful night. See you guys tomorrow. Remember, keep it locked and loaded at Radio 254. Great content, great music, everything 100% strictly Kenyan music. Kenyans for Kenyans to the world. Goodbye.
Bye.
Abby got me feeling different.